Hey, 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 boys and girls, everyone out there in TV land, welcome back to another RSG Lunch Hour stream. I'm Ranger J 1999, your host, part of the RSG crew. Glad to have you guys here on another fine day as we sit back with you guys for the next hour, hour and a half, and just hang out with you and talk about Star Wars Galaxy Heroes. That's kind of what we do, whether you're listening to us live, eating your lunch somewhere. I hope it's a delicious lunch as we do this, or listen to us later on. It doesn't matter. You'll get the same quality entertainment that we always bring. I hope everyone's having a fine day here out there in TV land. Let's introduce all the potato heads that are with us today, joining me on this epic journey that is RSG. Finn, it will be here along in a little bit. He's in a meeting, so he will be here. So Dr. Finn Medicine won't be on in a little while. We've got, of course, Grim the Mechanic.
The pickle will be with you always.
And also with you. We've got the Stoner Jedi himself, Xylo Takedown, as well.
Hey, what's up, everybody?
And last but not least, joining me, we've got the Big Deal, the Brand Gandalf, the Beardless One, the Government Wi-Fi Stealer, the Chicken Chaser, the French Tickler, the one and only Grande Babyface Pappy Patron.
What's up, dude?
What's going on? I see you went with the French intro today.
You
have several.
I have to change it up a little bit.
Yeah, you know.
Got to keep it mildly fresh.
That's right. You got to keep it fresh for the fans out there. But glad to have everybody here in chat. Glad to see all the familiar names and some new names and all that stuff. We love having you guys in chat. If the way this works is if you have questions, first of all, make sure you pop that into the chat. Make sure you put question in front of your statement. Nightbot is working again, thank God. So that helps us to answer your questions. If you haven't already, give us a thumbs up on the video. If you haven't subscribed yet, please do. I am proud to announce that we're over 4,000 subscribers.
Woohoo!
We are over 4,000 subscribers and growing. Cannot believe. Grande, did you ever think we'd ever, when we first started doing this crap, that we'd, in a million years? It's incredible. And that's a big shout out to all you guys. So keep spreading the word about RSG and our content. We got lots of stuff that we're putting out there for you guys to listen, to watch to, and just to entertain you with. And that's what we do. Also, if you like, check out our Patreon. We have, we love our Patreon supporters. They basically keep us afloat to do this kind of stuff. So if you like the content, you'd like to donate a month, check out our Patreon. And then last but not least, check out our ACS campaign on Tiltify and the American Cancer Society homepage. We're raising money. We had some more donations yesterday. We're at $11,689.21. We've got the big stream on Saturday. We're going to have lots of special guests like we always do. Game changers, people from ACS going on. We're going for that final goal of 15,000. Definitely will need your guys' help, so spread the word about that as well. So thank you guys for all your support in the ACS campaign. We really appreciate it. That being said, let's get into this, shall we, ladies and gentlemen of the jury? Shall we do a roster review there?
Yes.
Yeah. So today we're going to do a roster review, and then we're going to set up my 3v3 Grand Arena defense. You guys always like seeing that for different suggestions of teams. My roster has grown tremendously, so we're going to have a little bit more fun with that. Putting down some teams that maybe we didn't get to do last time. And then we'll get to your questions. So it's going to be a cool day like always. All right, here we go. Today we are doing Jaina Farron's profile, and they're in Rise of Korriban, so shout out to Rise of Korriban. Glad.
Yep. And he is in the YouTube chat as well.
Am I saying that right? Jania? I don't know. I'm just going to say Jaina. It looks like World of Warcraft Jaina's name, so that's what I'm going with.
Yeah.
You know, I'm just going by what I know. I can't do anything else. Wait, where's my Discord? And my Discord's closed. I absolutely hate my computer sometimes.
Well, let's see here. Oh, no yodeling pickle on.
No, give me a second. I'll see what they want. I think it was just GA, but let me make sure.
Actually, there was a bunch of extra stuff.
Let's say 328. Nope, GA would be nice. Defensive teams especially. That's what they want. By golly, that's what you're going to get.
There's a lot more in the crew chat that Finn posted.
What?
Yeah.
Wait a minute.
What did he post?
I'm going to kill him. All right, give me a second. Finn's screwing up.
What all did he?
Yeah, what did you post? What is all this?
This is
what is all this?
This is.
Oh,
I mean, this is
my.
like
Oh.
this is a dissertation, man. My current defense setup, and I'm not happy with. Press thumps that.
Candace doesn't need any gear. Plans to replace Old Ben with Juhani in the Basel team and put Old Ben with my Celeste team. Currently have 6k crystals saved for gear if needed, but if Candace needs Oscar 11, it won't be enough. But I can tell you tomorrow if I can get Darth Revan. Had 45,000 crystals saved.
This is all from Monday.
Yeah. So okay.
Holy cow! Look at all his analytics. I've talked to this guy. He's super nice, by the way.
Yeah.
But he has the analytics. I mean, this guy's just super.
Listen,
he tracks all of his shard. You should see his graphs. This guy graphs everything.
Well, it's smart.
And, like his drop rates and stuff. And he always has. It's super insane everything this guy's done.
Janus says, "Don't kill Finn." Sorry, Finn has done that himself. Okay.
I seriously think we should tar and feather him and live stream it.
He needs a little humility. Grundy, what do you think? Does Finn need some humility? He's getting a little too big for his britches.
I don't know. Finn seems pretty like he's a pretty humble dude.
Oh man, Finn could punch you in the face, Grundy. Like, well, Finn was probably just having a bad day. I don't really want to do anything to Finn, so. I guess you don't have the headaches that I do with him, so maybe it's a different interaction. All right, so looking at your just general things I noticed, Arena, number 1, good. Fleet, number 1, no problemos there. Let's go to your characters, and let's talk about the different teams, different things that you can do.
Grand Arena teams. Let's talk about that.
Let's talk about it. That's what we're going to go through filter. So for bounty hunters. Great teams to leave on defense. So one team that I will be putting down again, I really like this team and get your thoughts on it, crew. Bubba, Django, and L3. I love the hell out of that team on 3v3. It is a pain in the ass to deal with, especially with Django lead.
That one did turn out real well.
I had a ton of defense.
L3's healing and tankiness and just
the executes and stuff. Grundy, what do you think?
Yeah, it's great.
Thanks for the colorful commentary, Grande. They're glad to have you here. Oh, my God. Another team is Bosk with 2 bounty hunters. Always works really well. Is a team that you can go with as well. These are really good on defense. You place them, and they can hold really well. Is there any kind of bounty hunter team you like to use on defense?
Bosk with Cad Bane and Embo works really well.
Sure. That would be a great team. Stuns.
You got tankiness. You got the stun locking that Cad Bane can output, and the dispelling and high damage output of Embo.
One of my favorite bounty hunter teams for 3v3 especially has been Django, Zam, and Greedo, or Dengar instead of Greedo, like a bunch of thermal detonators.
Sure, that's nasty.
I've been playing with the bounty hunters a lot on defense. Like, I for some of my teams, I like to see how many holds they can get. I get more of an insight out of that. You know what I mean? And I enjoy that. You know what I mean? And having that depth with the bounty hunters and mixing them up and making like 2 or 3 teams even in 3v3s. So it's really fun. Yeah. That team though, like the Django team, it gets out in front of them really quick. Zam's one of the fastest characters in the game, and I just monitor her for speed and a little bit of extra health and protection. Make her a little more survivable, and once she starts popping off some of those thermal detonators, she just keeps going, and she's throwing more of them. It's annoying.
That's right, my apprentice. Your father needs to know his place. First choke him. Don't talk back to me, my apprentice. I'm your master. You will obey me.
He's been getting a little feisty lately, bro. He's starting to almost walk now.
Well, that's what happens when the dark side of the force starts to show in a young man.
Darth Revan came around and boosted his power.
That's right. All right, next teams we'll start looking at is the big ones. First Order. There's a couple ways you can go with First Order. These are defensive teams. I'm trying to think the one what did we run? We ran the 2 Kylos and not Executioner. Stormtrooper.
Stormtrooper.
First Order Stormtrooper. Yours is a little low, but you could still maybe get away with it. No, you can't. So
he's got the Unmasked Kylo's leadership Zeta.
Yeah, his other Kylo's only gear 8. But this is a team that you can really put those on defense. One team that people have been running is Phasma, First Order Officer, and Executioner. That's a fun team to put on defense as well. Have to mod it correctly, but it can do really well for you on 3v3 because of all the speed going to execution. Just starts getting ramped up and is like, wee.
An alternate for officer is using First Order Stormtrooper in there too, because all the assists always call in the executioner. It's pretty brutal.
So, and the two Kylos with pretty much I like Stormtrooper because of the assist, but they can hold their own pretty well. It's a pain in the ass team to deal with on defense as well. All right, so that's First Order.
Not to mention, with the new movie coming here soon, we might see some more First Order dropping. I'm so looking forward to that. Red Fury Stormtroopers, and the Knights of Ren.
Yes. Imperial Troopers, Xylo, Grande, anything you guys like to do for troopers on GA? Defense, offense, what do you like to do with them?
Oh, he's got a Gear 12 range trooper.
Yeah, somewhere sanely said, yay!
Yeah, I like straight offense, like
Dance Party
Veer,
Squad.
Stark, and Range. Those three just take off. Those three alone right away. So.
Yeah, I'll go Veer, Stark, and Snowtrooper. I mean, on offense, good God.
Yeah, Snowtrooper's just taking off, and he's kind of like the machine gun of that team, right?
It's nasty. I mean,
if you want a really, really annoying 3v3 team, Death Trooper, Shore Trooper, Range Trooper.
Yeah, that's a nice one.
That is like the most ultimate annoying team for Imperial Troopers in 3v3.
See, for me, because I like to save Thrawn lead
right,
with Shore Trooper and Death Trooper.
He's really feeling his oats today.
Yeah, he's vocal today. Because like lately we've been taking him and walking him around the apartment complex, and like there's like a sidewalk trail and everything, and he's been just taking off, dude.
Yeah. Maybe.
Good. I can feel the
but yeah, these are offensive characters. You're going to use them to clear something. They're really nice. You mix and match them everywhere. Next up, we've got Jedi.
I have to say, I am jealous of that Gear 12 range trooper.
Well, you can get your own, Grim.
Eventually, I will get him there.
Yeah, Grim, someday.
But I gotta get Revan and Darth Revan first.
Yeah, you gotta stay consistent. You gotta farm those characters. Stay on target. Your Darth Revan team. You've got a lot of Jedi here. They can be used in different places. Bastila with Jedi Knight Revan. With Jedi. What do you like to use Grande on with the Jedi? Where do you like to use them? Defense, offense. Where do you like to pop those suckers?
I have a pretty high GP, so mine's pretty tough. I typically save for offense. Plus, we have a weird one coming up. If your opponent has Jedi Knight Revan or has Darth Revan and has them geared correctly, that might be one of the only ways you can actually take them out.
Yeah, Jedi Knight.
So I say I went way more offensive than I normally do. I put way more bounty hunters on defense. I don't normally put 3 bounty hunter teams on defense, but I did this time.
But
pretty cool though, right? And then I even stretched the one last character into another team too.
So if you're
cool.
So who are you gonna
scoundrels and bounty hunters?
So who are you gonna use for offense? Jedi Knight Revan, Grandmaster Yoda, and Jolie? Is that one team you look at?
that's the team I'm probably gonna use. I've that's the 3v3 play, right? It's not the 5v5 play, but it is potentially the 3v3 play, and then probably I'm gonna run a second team that'll have Bastila, Ezra, and Kanan or something, or it'll have Bastila.
You could go Herman Yoda with that team.
Grandmaster Yoda. I could, I might. I don't know yet, right? I mean, it's gonna be, but it's definitely gonna be something like, a another good damage dealer with Revan is always a good choice. So
Yeah.
we'll just kind of depend. I left all my Jedi for offense, and the reason why is because I wanted flexibility, right?
Right. They gave you a lot of flexibility. The two leaders of Jedi Knight, Revan and Basla, really gave you a lot of flexibility for teams that you can easily win against with those characters. So, if you have enough of the other components, you can put a lot of good, solid defense down where they got to use good teams and still have really great teams on offense. And that's really kind of where you want to be with your Grand Arena. So that's Jedi. Let's filter on, shall we? Let's look a little bit more. Night Sisters. This is a really interesting team that you can split up. I definitely go Talzin Zombie, and what was the team that we did last time? It was Asajj
Zombie Acolyte, I think was the one that you did first.
Zombie and Acolyte. That team has got me so many defensive victories, it's not even funny. That is
same. I've just incorporated Spirit into that team too for Acolyte. I mean,
well, that's even more
just because her speed.
That's even more vicious. But Acolyte is just.
Yeah, and if you don't have access to Asajj, you can do a Talzin lead if you have her Zetaed.
Yeah, you can go Talzin Zombie and Acolyte. That's a nasty
my second one is Mother Talzin, Daka, and Talia.
Yeah, you can definitely
a couple of heals, and then Daka's still reviving. Mother Talzin's lead revives. The plague goes everywhere.
All the plague, and Talia's doing her fracture and throwing more out there. I mean, it's a nasty. Those are two. For me, I like them on defense. Those are pain in the ass teams that you have to deal with on defense, especially that Asajj team. Oh god, they are really, really good on defense. So that's your Night Sisters that you can use. Let's see, Jedi, Night Sisters, Old Republic. Let's just look at that. You know what? I'm not going to do Old Republic. I'm going to go with Scoundrels on that. So we'll skip Old Republic. Rebels. Now Rebels are pretty much offense. Is there any kind of set defense you use Rebels for? Unless you're just in a placeholder for your lower Rebels. But I mean, the offensive capabilities of these guys in different places is ridiculous.
I mean, there's some great teams out there for Rebels, right?
Really hard-hitting offensive teams.
I'm going to tell you there's even some good defense.
Sure, fire them away. What do we got, Rhonda?
I mean, most people, in 3v3 is different than 5v5, and people have to remember that. A great choice would be something like Akbar lead with Chopper and Sabine Wren on defense, right?
That'd be nice.
It's kind of a weird team, though, right? I mean, you're like, what the heck? But it's cleanser, healer, taunt, and nice damage dealer, right? So you've got some great 3v3 synergies that are out there that you don't normally see.
Sure.
For offense, like Rebels, kind of like they fall into like Resistance and Scoundrels too. For me personally, like I kind of stretch those pieces out, right? So, for example, like we're starting off with like the JTR team. My JTR 3v3 team gets BB-8 and R2D2, right?
Yeah.
And then from that point, then I go CLS Chase just to have the Rebel synergy, and that's if I'm not going to use CLS Han and Chewie together, and then I go either Kira Han and Chewie, or if I don't need the leader, I go C-3PO Han and Chewie. So they just take off, and it's a great nest killer, or like a good way to get around a taunting L3 team, or like a mixture of the two, like a team with like Vandor, Kira, and Nest on there, or something like that, or whatever.
Very nice.
Here's a quick question. He's got all of the Phoenix Gear 12. Is there a good 3v3 Phoenix team he could use?
Well, if you got him really good,
yeah, he's a really good.
He's got Zetas on all of them except for Chopper.
Okay. All right, 12. So my favorite ones, if you don't mind pulling Ezra out of your Jedi team, would be Hera, Ezra, and Zeb, because then you have two different ways to call and assist with Zeb, and you can just smack down that AoE or that daze on his basic, and then you can have some extra DPS with like say if you call Zeb to assist with Ezra, then you can call Hera to assist to get a kill with Ezra. You know what I mean? Or like a stun with Zeb. So it's a quick team to take off and get in front of your opponent.
I really like that. That's really good. And then we mentioned using Chopper. You can use different pieces in different places. Kanan, it's a good solid tank you can use. So there's a lot of options here for you for your Rebels, Phoenix, things like that. All right, next one is Scoundrels. I really want to hit Scoundrels. We'll go back to Resistance. So Scoundrels, there's lots of different ways you can use them.
Oh, his Vandor is not geared.
Well, no, but eventually, there's some teams I'm going to be placing today, like the Karth Canderous team. That kind of team you can place down. Great team on defense. What are some teams on Scoundrels combinations you guys like? What about you, Zalo?
Well, I really like that one that Finn brought up yesterday, like kind of dividing the two leaders of Kira and Karth with the Old Republic faction, right? Like if you've only taken a little bit of an investment in the prepared squad, like I have, for example, like I've geared up Kira to like geared 9 or gear 10, so she's not amazing, but like she's got the Omega lead, she can take a couple hits and take her place. L3, she's gear 11, but she's a great auto taunter in any team. So what I really liked what Finn was mentioning yesterday, though, with like Kira lead with Mission Zalbar, and then Karth lead with Canderous and Juhani.
Yeah.
So that way you kind of like get the best out of that full Old Republic faction if you geared them a lot for the Darth Revan event, or you have them good to go. I mean, it's a good way to split that Old Republic faction in half, and then you can use the characters that you did invest in for like the prepared characters on offense, or even a third Scoundrel team with like Kira L3 and like Nest, or Kira L3 and Young Lando, or another third Scoundrel, a bounty hunter that can do some good damage. There's a lot of good ways you can put it in. Like I was saying earlier, I put down on defense, I put down a Kira with gear 12 IG88 and L3. So there's a couple of AoEs, there's the heal, there's a stagger, and IG88 can hit pretty hard too as well, even though it's pretty squishy. L3 kind of makes up for it with her auto taunting. So
there you go.
Yeah, another good one is using like in 3v3 you don't really need to worry about leaderships, which is really, really nice. So you can get away with like say OG Han and Chewie with L3.
Yeah.
Pretty brutal
Definitely.
Defensive team right there. Before you know it, one of your characters is already dead.
Yeah, because it's hard to get past that shoot first, even with a mirror match, right? Like, so if you go CLS Han and Chewie in that team, you can do some damage on L3, but she's gonna stay there for a while still.
Yeah.
Django, Bobo, and Nest is a naughty one.
Yeah. Oh man. Yeah.
Yeah, you can get like a 330.
Or you can go
Django,
Django, Bosk, Boba. That's another nasty team that I've seen on defense. So you're like,
two of them ignore taunt completely.
Just like, it's nasty.
Another really good one I've seen is Django, Bosk, and L3, and all three of, or I'm sorry, not L3, but Nest. All three of them over 300 speed before Django's lead. So the team is over 330 apiece. Like, Bosk is taunting left and right. He's calling everybody to assist. It's just nonstop, over and over and over.
Let's see. Another good one is L3 with Young Han and Young Lando.
Yeah,
that one works really well.
Oh man, I just hope they need to how they recently fixed Savage's AI to like use his special correctly on defense. They need to fix that with Han's dice throwing mechanic to like ramp up his speed on defense, because it'll make him more of a placeholder character on defense, especially with how like stretched the Scoundrel faction is now.
Yeah, at the moment, Young Han is pretty much just a damage dealer. That's it. If
like he's nasty on offense, but he's
prioritize that dice.
But yeah, the teams that you can go with the Karth, Canderous, Juhani, you've got Mission Zalbar that you can place with like Kira.
Mission Zalbar, Juhani.
I mean, there's just lots of different ways you can go about using the Scoundrels on defense and or offense. I like them more on defense because there's just such a pain in the ass to deal with. They really are. I mean, if you can get your characters into the gear eventually, they're really a pain in the ass to deal with. I don't care who you're using, especially in 3v3 because of just their synergies and the things they do. So that's something you may want to consider moving forward. Their Scoundrels is just super flexible in what you can do. I mean, I like to keep Ness on offense just because she's a powerhouse that can get you easy wins. Her and Womp are your two offensive solo characters. She's like, that's a weak sauce team. That's easy. All my max points. Go get them, Ness. You know, so that's why I keep them on offense. Let's see. We are moving on to Sith Empire.
If he's looking to drop a Zeta on somebody, I mean, I'm seeing an Gear 11 Emphas Ness sitting there without a Zeta.
Yeah. The ability, because like there's only including her, there's only like 4 or 5 characters that can ignore taunts, and she's one of them. And her abilities are just amazing. Like, and then to note the Scoundrel faction again too, isn't it the 3rd largest faction in the game now? Right.
I think so.
I mean, so much depth to it, and there's for sure going to be more Scoundrel characters in the future. So.
So Sith Empire, he's got Darth Revan, HK-47, Fallen Vassal. Let's talk about this team. Grande, what is your plans for the Darth Revan setup with these 3? Offense, defense, what are you thinking?
Oh, it's all offense for me right now. Okay. Until I figure it out, it's all offense. I mean, I went all offense on this one. And I really feel like that's the way to go, at least for this very first TW. GA, I need to figure out how it works on offense before I can say, oh yeah, let's go all in on defense for this team. Plus,
well, let me ask you too. You got him all maxed out, right?
No, my team is mildly under geared, right?
Yeah, because I'm going in with Gear 8 myself.
I think I rolled in with a Gear 9 or a Gear 10. Darth Revan. So I'm like, yeah, that's definitely an offense team. I mean, Gut's good. He's got good mods and got all the Zetas, just not fully geared yet.
Yeah,
I gave him my Django mods and like kind of gave Django some unequipped mods just for this Grand Arena.
Yeah.
You probably covered it already, but I was surprised to see when I looked at my options that my Zeta Finn was still available.
Yeah, it is going to be for this territory or for this Grand Arena.
It's like exclusive testing ground. Yeah.
Right.
Yeah, so just for sentimental reasons, I chucked mine in defense.
See if it gets a hold. Yeah. Well, I mean, that's another thing too. Is like, okay, do I really want to test something out in my Grand Arena when the bracket that we're all in is an efficiency bracket? You know what I mean? Like, I'm not gonna take a testing on something that I might or might not invest in something that's based on efficiency.
Yeah. So the thing, this is kind of like Jedi Knight Revan. If they have them, hold them. If they don't, put them down. Because this team is a pain in the ass. Vince was telling me about some that was testing the different teams against it, and it really is a pain in the ass to deal with on defense. So unless you've got the mirror and stuff like that, if they've got it, you don't know if they're using it on offense or defense. It's better to hold it in case they do place it on defense, because we don't know yet. I mean, you can play if you've got the gear and stuff on it, and they don't have it. Definitely put it on defense because it's a tough team to take out. I mean, that 3v3 synergy is nothing to sneeze at. It is really solid on defense, but you have to play the chess game just like with any other piece, just like your Jedi Knight Revan. So if you want to put on defense, I'm all for it. If you want to save it for offense, I'm all for that too. You got to figure out where you want to use your Darth Revan. New character, we don't really know enough yet, but we can kind of see. I'm thinking of maybe placing him on defense. I don't know, but the guys I do have Darth Revan, so I may keep him for offense. So I'm kind of torn. So we'll see.
I think people might be a little bit disappointed as to defense for this trio, because he's more his kit and their kits are more centered on offense than being on defense. So we'll have to see how well it does, but that's just what I think is going to happen. Because
this is 3v3, not 5v5. So the 3v3, the teams you can go after it are very limited, right? And because of the synergy and what they do, they were testing with all the top teams, Traya, CLS, Revan, and could not beat it. But that was a max team, so take that with a grain of salt, as Grande would say.
It's like if you have the higher gear, and this Grand Arena in particular is like it's a bystander, right? Because all right, some people didn't have the gear that was capped for, you know, his release, right? So you had 24 hours from the join phase from the first day and a half of the event to get those 100 pieces of gear on him, to get him up to gear 12, even if you were hoarding like I was. And I couldn't do it because I spent a lot of my resources on,
same.
you know, finishing other things and, you know, rounding up gear and stuff like that. And, you know, and now it's just, I had to join at gear 8, and, you know, I just got him up to gear 9 last night after payout and everything. So I still have to wait till after tonight to finish the rest of that gear up. And, you know, it's not going to be that case. Like, the next Grand Arena you go into after these 3 rounds, everyone's going to have them at gear 12 if they've already made the investment in the character. You know what I mean? So, like, you're not going to have your opponents going in and have this scenario where who's got the higher geared Revan or not. It's just going to be who has them and who doesn't at that point, you know?
Now, one variation that I think will do extraordinarily good in 3v3 would be a trail lead with Dark Bastila and Darth Revan.
That could be a
That
team.
one
We're going to
real well.
Yeah, so we're on down to Sith. So we've got Sith. You know, lots of different ways you can go about it. You know,
I wish I could go back and change my defense.
I mean,
Dude,
Trey,
like isolate somebody and then just fear them all to death. They'll never get a turn.
Yeah, there's lots of different ways you can go about this. You've got Treya, the Sith Triumvirate team. That's an offensive powerhouse. Really a pain in the ass team. You've got the Vader Sith Trooper team. And 3v3, those two together, like if they put some weak sauce Rebels or something on there, Rogue One or something, we've demonstrated on the stream before how that just wrecks certain teams. You know, so you get bonus banners like that. You can use Fallen Basila on your offensive team or defensive team. She's a great piece in lots of different places. So this team has a lot of flexibility on offense and defense. I've seen people put the triumvirate down on defense. Pain in the ass to deal with. You know, so there's a lot of different ways you can go. And then the last team we'll look at is Resistance.
Another one of my favorite 2-man teams for the Sith is Savage and Fallen Bastila.
You can do that.
She's kind of going to fall out of that team now because the rework and her synergy with Revan and everything. So
yeah.
Kind of sucks.
Well, yeah, but I mean, people will play around with it, you know, so it's all good.
There'll be times where, you know, players will have Fallen Bastila and HK-47, but not Darth Revan, right?
Sure.
So
I mean, I can see that. Resistance, you know, your JTR R2 BB-8 is always a good combination. Finn C-3PO Poe is a really nasty combination. I mean, we'll have to see how the, you know, changes to Finn have. Or changes to Finn. In the 3v3, unfortunately, with the new Zeta with Finn moving forward, because he's going to be limited with the turn meter they gain and reduce, because of you're going to have less resistance. The team's predicated on having the most max resistance characters in the team to work effectively. In 3v3, you're really handicapped now with them not getting as much from the exposed hits as they were previously. So I don't know what to tell you for Zeta Finn after this Grand Arena. We're going to have to play around with it and stuff. It was a really nice team to take out on offense. Same with JTR. JTR's in BB-8 R2 or 3PO. I mean, these are all offensive teams. So, but yeah, I don't see Zeta Finn after this being any good in 3v3.
I don't know, dude. He might.
do know. It's a mathematical problem. It's a
I think
certainty.
it will require testing.
Yeah, but I'm pretty certain he's dead in the water. I mean, that was a big hit for 3v3. Now, 5v5 is a different story. Because if you have 5 resistance, that's 15 and 25 as compared to, you know, having those 2 gone where it's way less. And in 3v3, that could make the huge world of difference. Plus, it's just too much. They did too much stuff.
Yeah.
I do not like what they did to him. You know, the problem was...
Yeah, me neither, man. Oh, man. And then,
the problem was not Zeta Finn. The problem was C-3PO, but they're not going to nerf C-3PO. So they were like, well, let's do something with his leadership. Like, oh, my God. Okay.
Well, they should have just, like, specifically, like, classified it with just resistant characters.
Sure.
Like, all they had to do was change the text as opposed to changing, like, the turn meter reduction and, you know, the abilities themselves, right? Like, if only the resistance characters gain the turn meter, and illuminated destiny only affects like resistance and droid characters as opposed to rebels or whatever. You know what I mean?
Yeah, it's
But
it's ass
you can still
backwards.
go with what's it called, the one that Finn uses all the time. I use the same team actually.
What's
It's
that?
the casual four that all do the exposed, the pilot, the trooper, Finn, Poe, and then Holdo, the AoE days.
Yeah.
So
That's one
you
you
can still
definitely
pop
use.
the AoE days consistently and still gain all the turn meter. But
Yeah,
again, we still have to test it, and I'm not going to put the Zeta back on him until I see it works perfectly.
it's sad. He's
Well, the reason I'm saying I think it could probably work is that new mechanic that Finn has of the determination, to where he can swap taunts and be healing people. So
I don't think that's gonna
Yeah,
be. He's
I
not,
don't know. I mean, like
It requires
honestly, I'm
testing.
thinking. Honestly, guys, I saw Skeletrix actually just put out a video a couple hours ago as Finn in the 5th team in the JTR team in Phase 1 as opposed to Trooper.
oh
So
yeah,
C-3PO and the droids are all still there. It's JTR and Finn is the 5th. And he did some pretty good damage, 30% actually. So, I mean, it looks like your Finn might be taking over Resistance Trooper's spot as the 5th in that Phase 1 team.
I could
So I
say.
mean, like if you already got him geared, so there's your investment at least. Why put the Zeta on him? You have your piece for the Sith raid, and if you're not going to use him PvP, just strip those mods and put those fast Poe mods somewhere else.
I like it. All right, so Jada, I gotta say, I really like your roster. There's some things you need to work on, and maybe you're still farming, but that's totally fine. But you've got some really solid pieces and ideas that we've given you for your 3v3. So hopefully that helps you. I mean, that was the big thing, is defenses and offensive teams. So hopefully this gives you some ideas that you can use for your offense and defense, and for everybody out there. 3v3 is one of those things you kind of scratch your head and go, how am I going to do this kind of thing? But yeah, thank you for letting us look at your roster. If you have any other things you want us to, if you have questions about your roster review, that you want us to look at. I really like your roster. You're doing fantastic in Arena. You're doing fantastic in Fleet. Nothing to be said there. Overall, your roster is really nice. Some things you got to work on, first order characters here and there, but other than that, really good job. I really, really think you've done a great job. And if you would like a roster review, all you need to do is send your GG page to Dr. Finn Medicine Woman,
Yep.
aka Finity. Oh, there's Finity. He can tell you all about it.
Hi.
Hi, Finn. Go ahead.
Finn, tell them what they've won.
You've won a roster review with me. No, that's actually kind of torture.
Yeah.
If you guys are interested in a roster review, message me on the Discord saying that you want a roster review. Make sure you send me your GG page, and if I don't respond within 24 hours, just message me again. And until I tell you that you are in the queue. That's it.
All right. I like it. Now that we got the roster review done, let us digress, ladies and gentlemen, to the game again. And now we go to Grand Arena. We're going to set my defense like we do always. We're going to set some teams, discuss why we're placing those teams. So I've got to place 3, 6, 9, 11 teams on defense. So, panel, crew, I have some teams in mind already. I'd like to run them by you. We got to place 11 teams, so...
Real quick, did you do Zeta Karth for the event?
yes.
Okay, so like we can go.
But
I
where
love
to
the
place
Johnny
them? See,
Canner
this is
queue.
the... Yeah, we're going to definitely put that one on where we want to put that. Let's look at the board here.
I say like if we're gonna make if we're gonna split any factions, we put one in the front wall and one in the back wall, right?
Okay.
Like kind of like divvy them up and like hide the synergies, right?
All right. So we want to go up front. We want to go Karth. You're thinking? So let's do this.
I like if in the front wall we got Karth, Candace, and Juhani on one team, and in the back
Can you
wall
share
we
your screen
got.
too, Ranger?
No, because I don't like you, Finn. You've been very mean to me.
Not for me, for the other people.
Oh, then that's fine. I don't mind doing
And
that.
then on the back wall too, we can do the Kira Mission Zalbar team.
Sure, let's do that. So let's go with. Well, I can find the Dan. Where is he? Where's my card? Is he higher up? I just missed him.
He's not listed under Scoundrels. He's only got the
Oh,
Old
the Old
Republic.
Republic. Oh, yeah. So
Mhm.
let's go Old Republic. I keep thinking he's a scoundrel. So.
I was doing it for months. Trust me. I'm so happy they put that leader tag in there now
Candace,
too.
Juhani. That's one team right there, right? That's team we're gonna put up front, right?
Solid, yeah.
All right. So we'll put them down. And then you said the other ones we want to put in the back. So you said Kira.
Big Z and Mission, yeah.
Mission Zone. Okay, let's go there. So, where's Kira? Mission Zalbar. So that's another team, right? Kira, Mission, Zalbar.
Very
Stay on
solid, yeah.
Scoundrels, Stormtrooper Han, L3, and Vandor Chewie.
No, I'm not using that team, Finn.
Why?
Because I have other plans for L3, you son of a...
Oh. Okay.
That's another one that doesn't
Shot
really do
Finn's
the
dreams
job.
down immediately. I love it.
My
His
God.
pain is delicious.
That's another one. Like L3 doesn't do the mark mechanic like she should on defense, right? I mean, that's another one that they need to look at on defense.
That was great. I hope we recorded that. No. Oh, okay. All right.
What was the team you wanted again? Let's put that one down on defense.
Yeah.
You know what we need to do? We need to come up with a yodeling pickle team. All green.
No. Finn
Oh,
can do
man.
that. I'm not doing that.
I just want to say I'm really glad that, I'm kind of a big deal.
You're a very
I'm
big
glad-
deal. You are the big deal.
A big dill.
I know.
Big deal.
Oh, Dill.
I know,
Oh my
Yeah,
God.
and I'm really glad that Ranger was actually able to buy himself a little dill.
I didn't buy that. It was given to me by someone else, Grande.
Oh, that's right. I'm glad you were actually given a little dill.
Yeah.
Give it a deal, yeah. Bro, all the puns in the show after were,
I know,
or in
right?
the voice show were hilarious. Oh
I
my God, I
know.
was crying last night.
With pickle. Basically, what we did is we took the word force and replaced it with pickle for all the quotes from the movies.
Yeah, it was hilarious. I'm one with the
So
pickle.
Ranger read my mind with the quote from episode 5 when Han's leaving the base.
Yeah.
I was like, oh my God, bro, that was the one that got me crying.
What was the other
I'll
one?
see you now.
The ability to destroy a planet is immaterial as compared to the power of the pickle.
Yeah.
The one
Careful,
Grim said
Director
about
Krennic.
Critic. Yeah.
Krennic, don't choke on your pickle.
Master, what are midichlorians? Midichlorians are a microscopic life form that exists in all beings, and they tell us the will of the pickle. It's so funny. Let's not get started on that. All right. Bounty hunters. How do you want to split them up? I like them on defense, like we mentioned. So let's put our money where our
We
mouth
got
is.
Django clocked for speed wise.
Let me look. I went more offense and stuff with him. 235.
Okay, so I mean, like we can do what we've been doing with Boss, Boba, and Django, right? I mean, it's comfortable, and then
Well, we
if
could
we
go
really want to-
Django, Bubba, and L3, right? That's the team that has really got me a lot of defensive banners and stuff.
Yeah, and then we can make a Boss team.
Yeah, we can make a
I
boss
like
team.
that.
Yeah, I really like that team. It's gotten me a lot of flags on defense. It's just such a pain in
And
the ass
L3's
team.
gaining so much turn meter, and
Yep.
you know she's healing them a lot, and they both have their own res.
And she's scoundrel,
That's
so she's going pretty fast under that team. You know,
Yeah,
these two
she's
are
healing
going
them, too.
taunts. Yeah, yep. It's ridiculous. So we'll set that team. And then we can go into the back line and we can set a boss team. I like this. I like this plan. It's a good plan we're coming up with here so far. So we're going to go Bounty Hunters again. And we want to go Bosk. And who else?
I like Dengar's a must. Dengar's got to be with him. It kind of gives him that heal and that synergy right there, and he can kind of keep himself alive with his stealth. And then it kind of comes down to who's healthier and faster between Greedo and IG-88 for me, because Greedo's got more debuffs, but he can kind of be slower, right? So I mean, if we have a faster IG-88 than a Greedo, then yeah, IG-88. If not, yeah, Greedo or Embo.
Odin,
We could
push.
go Embo. Embo could go in there, right? I mean, he's 5-star, but he's geared
I would-
10.
I would probably go with the Embo route more than it.
Yeah, because he's going to gain turn meter, and then
Even though he's
when the
only
contract
5.
goes. hmm
Yep.
Greedo, you're kind of at the mercy of RNG a bit, aren't you?
You are,
I
right?
mean, Greedo will go
Yeah.
and absolutely wipe someone out, or he'll fire once and die. It's like, nah.
Well, Greedo does have more thermals too to go with Dengar's thermals.
It's up to y'all. What do you guys think?
Let's look at Greedo's speed real quick.
I
want to see
And
how we got
Cad,
him.
see, I'm a big Cad fan. I think Cad's such an underrated. I mean, he
his speed
stuns,
sucks.
he puts target on them, and
Accuracy down on basic, yeah.
I mean, he can double tap.
Mhm.
I mean, obviously it depends on how well geared he is, but his
Yeah,
crew
mine's only
member
gear
sucks.
9. We could go Greedo, but his speed sucks. I like Embo on this team. Regenerate health and protection with the boss, can heals and protection, and Dengar is doing
When the
his
contract fills, he gets another ability and does more damage.
thing. Yep, I like that. We
Goes
can-
under protection too, yeah.
All right, so we've got 4 out of 7 teams down. Who else?
So we got Vandor Zeta, right? So we can make like a light side scoundrel team too.
Let's see, scoundrels. Vandor with who?
Well, we need a lead, so we can go. Ooh, okay, so we can go Stormtrooper Han lead with Captain Han and Vandor. Well, no, Vandor's not a rebel, so Captain Han probably not in that one.
No, I don't like that.
I'm sensing Ranger doesn't like that.
No, that doesn't. I was thinking about like, no, that doesn't work.
Well, we need a home for Vandor. I mean, we could keep him for offense if we want to.
Well, we can come up maybe with something, but I mean, we could always use him on something else. I mean, we kind of put the other teams. Let's look at outside of scoundrels.
With a res, you kind of like in 3v3 with a res, it's kind of irrelevant, right?
Yeah, on offense it could help. You know, if you're getting ruffle stomped, you know, something like that. You know, so we need some work.
Old Daka, Vandor, and Ewok Elder. They'll be like, what?
Oh my god. You know, I'd like some legit teams, and then you guys knock it off.
I think we've kind of pillaged the scoundrel team a little bit, haven't we?
Yeah.
Maybe we need to go somewhere else.
Yeah, we can go.
Yeah, like first order.
Yeah, let's go first order.
Empire.
Go Empire.
First order's fine.
So we can put the crew team up front there with this team. I like the Kylo Ren Unmasked, and First Order Stormtrooper combination. So we can do that there. So that's 3 solid teams.
Yeah. Then we can go in the back wall. We can go Phasma, Special Forces, and Executioner.
Let me see. What am I? First Order. So we can go. You said. Did I put the wrong person on defense?
No.
You put Stormtrooper.
Oh, I put Stormtrooper. Okay, I was like, wait a minute.
We go Phasma lead, Special Forces, and Executioner, or Officer.
I like Officer.
Officer's kind of.
Mine's really.
Oh yeah, it's more
for
assist,
speed.
and then Phasma lead's gonna clock more assist. Yeah.
Yeah, I like that team on defense a lot too. So we can do that.
That should be an offensive team.
No, we put on defense. So damn it, Shadowville. See what happens when you're not here? I put stuff down. Maybe I should.
I know, that's why I jumped in, because it was painful to watch.
What do you mean? The other teams I put on defense are solid defenses. Karth, really?
From where?
It's all right, Shadow. You're used to. You got to remember, you've got 100 GP on. You got 1 million GP on him. So do I. So yeah.
Well, listen, some of us aren't rich. You sons of bitches.
Yeah, I'm like right in between all of you. I'm like 4.6, so I'm just the middleman.
I can't believe I was looking at the guy I'm facing, who's nearly 5.3 million, and he's got no Zetas on his Revan, Darth Revan, but he doesn't have any Zetas on his Traitor. I'm trying to work out what this guy's been up to.
I don't know.
Well, just so you know, the person I fought at the very end of the last GA is the person I'm up against in the very first round of the next GA.
Hey.
Yeah, it's happened to me too. In the second and third rounds, I faced the same guy in the championship twice.
Yeah.
But I'm just like, here we go again.
Here we go again.
Oh, it's so much fun facing somebody like that, dude.
All right.
Player's name is Evil Julia.
All right, Shadowville. What teams
on? Oh! I was in a guild.
Y'all can talk about that offline. We're trying to set defense for the fans to stay on target. Shadowvel, what would you like to see on defense? Give me some ideas there, buddy.
Do you have Xeris?
Do I have what?
Xeris. Zeta Bears.
Oh yeah. I didn't hear what you said. I thought you
can
said
do, like,
Zers.
GK
I was like,
Bears
what's?
5s.
Do you still have your Vandor and L3?
I have used L3 on the Jingo team. I know. Even though it gives me defensive wins like 7 every time. What a horrible move.
Yeah.
Tell you one that I got caught out with.
Oh my god,
last
Shadow! So like,
3v3.
Shadow, the disappointment from Shadowville is palpable. He's like, Ranger, I can't talk to you anymore. I just can't.
Bastilashan, Kanan, and Ezra.
Well,
That was a nasty squad to face. But that was in a back wall, and I'd gone through so many aggressive squads.
one team we do know
Yeah.
we're putting down on defense. I'm going to put it in the back wall because it's a really nasty team. I'm going Night Sisters, and we're going to put that Asajj Zombie Acolyte team down. It has gotten us so many defensive banners, it's ridiculous. Everybody cool with that?
And then you got the Mother Tals and Talia.
That's a possibility we can put down as well. Yeah, we can do that up front if you want. Shadow, what do you think of the Tals and Daka Talia team somewhere?
I mean, I usually save one for offense. Just in
Okay,
case.
we can say that for offense. So we've got the Asajj team down. So we've got 1, 2, 3, 4 more teams we need.
Let's see, and you already put Kenders down, right?
Yeah, Canderous with Juhani and Karth.
Yeah, that's when it's all started going downhill.
What?
Let's see. I'm trying to look at my 3v3 squads I have. You don't have a tab for these yet?
No. Because I'm always doing this, man. We're always changing stuff. I can't.
Are we doing some kind of mall Savaggio press team?
My Savage is not really good though. I mean, I'll put him down, but I mean,
I'm just trying to think of teams I threw down. Right. I have a mall Savaggio press team.
With who else?
Dooku.
So.
I mean,
I
Sith
did the
Assassin
exact
on
same
mine.
one too. Yeah, I did the
Put
same
the
one
exact
on
same
there.
team. Yeah. But
That
if
team?
you don't have that team,
Well,
that's
yeah,
But
you
you're-
put Sith Assassin in there definitely.
sassy instead. That would work.
Yeah.
Yeah. That's what I did on mine.
For who?
Well, you-
Your
For,
Savaggio press
Savage,
kind of remove Savage and put in sassy. There you go.
Yeah, she geared 10. She's a lot faster.
Shadowvel, do you like that team?
Yeah, that's good.
Okay, we'll set that.
I knew that was coming.
It's an annoying team to face, isn't it? Because unless they commit their R2 or something to it, then
Why
they're
don't you
just gonna
throw
be
in?
swinging a
Why
miss.
Why don't you throw in that? What about Akbar, Chopper, Sabine?
I can do that.
I mean, it doesn't take away from anything. And if they're all gear 11, gear 12, it's not bad.
I might nick that.
Oh, my
one. Yeah, I've
Sabine's
already
not.
set
I
mine
may
for
have to
this
go
time,
Leia
but-
because my Sabine is only like year 8.
Okay.
I
Womble,
see my
Raffle
Sabine.
stomp that.
She is
What's that?
awesome. with
Of
that.
course, yeah. Hey, look, I totally get Wampa would Rumple stomp it, but the idea here is if they blow Wampa on that,
Yeah, I see your point. It's a
GG.
Wampa counter, like draw counter, yeah.
yeah, what you're basically saying is with that team is they're gonna blow Vader or Wampa on that team. Either way, it's a win for you, right?
Where should we? I should probably place that in the back with the Night Sister team.
Sure.
Maybe they blow their Wampa load somewhere else.
If anything, if you're gonna put a rebel team down, put something that can take down or like take off right away, like Wedge Biggs in the tank, or like Wedge Biggs, Stormtrooper Han.
Well, which one are we doing? I've got Akbar.
What do you think, Rhonda? Because this Sabine's like gear 8.
We're not
Yeah,
using.
He said not Sabine. He said he was going to use Leia instead. I was
Yeah.
okay.
It was
Akbar, yeah.
Akbar. I mean, where else are you going to use Chopper, right? I mean, and this lets him save wedge and bigs for offense if he wants to.
Yeah, I like that.
Yeah, I can see that too. Yeah.
I mean, I'm not saying it's great, but we're trying to save him some offense too.
All right. And then we need 2 more teams up front.
What about Thrawn, Death Trooper, and Short Trooper?
You like that team on defense more than offense?
Yeah, I mean, I usually put it on D.
You watched that video as well earlier today, did you?
I haven't tried it, so we can do that. So Thrawn,
Death Trooper, Short Trooper. It has the makings for a nasty, nasty squad to face.
Thrawn, Death Trooper, and who was the other one? Short Trooper.
Short Trooper.
Short Trooper.
Okay.
It's not bad. I'm going to tell you, it's not bad. The only thing is how many times we call in Thrawn. Here's the only thing is how many times we want to use Thrawn on offense. We're gonna tomorrow we're gonna be hating life, right? But I'm not saying it's I'm not saying it's not a bad team.
I trust in Shadowville. I'm gonna pick a team.
Oh Lord.
Wait, no, don't oh Lord me, Shadowville. You just said put this team down. Either you believe in the damn thing or you don't. Which is it?
Oh, I do.
Ranger, you brought this on yourself. You invited him to be
bless
on.
America. Shadowville, yes or no? And I want a solid answer on this team on defense.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yes.
Doing it.
Are you gonna save your Darth Revan?
Yeah, see, that was the thing. He's got a Darth Revan. I'm thinking I need to save it for offense, possibly. What do you think?
I'm actually gonna put mine on D.
Yeah, but yours is gear 12 with 3 Zetas. His is gear 10 with 3 Zetas.
Yeah, it's a big difference.
I've already just got mine. I want to use it.
Oh no, mine's only gear 8. I still have to get those stupid pieces. I blew my load on trying to get the damn guy, so now I'm stuck with those stupid pieces.
Ranger went.
Yeah, I got Revan. I can't do anything with him. He does have the 3 Zetas on him though. He is gear 8. I'm thinking more offense.
I think he's too squishy on defense, yeah.
Yeah, use him offense. Have some fun.
Yeah, we can use that. But we still need one more team.
Use him on the squad where you wished you had Thrawn. There you go.
At least you're not like me. My first round of my GA, I'm not like, I don't want to like say who or where, but like my first opponent, I'm getting paired up with like basically the best person in the whole bracket and the only person that has the gear 12 Darth Revan. I'm like, this is gonna be fun.
Nice knowing
this is gonna be fun. Yeah, I'm gonna get smoked in the first round. Thanks.
All right, we need one last team. What are we thinking?
How's your Ayla?
Oh, she sucks.
Yeah, I knew where
I
you were
hate
going.
Jedi. I mean, you did mention General Kenobi and Zaris. Do you want me to put that team down with like a 5s or something, or?
No, because I usually run that with Van Dorn L3. I use her.
Oh, okay.
Van Dorn L3.
Okay.
I run her as lead and then have them as backup.
Sure.
But then I do also GK with Jolie and Ayla.
On defense?
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Yeah, my Ayla's not there yet.
Are you saving your Treya?
Oh yeah, for offense. Oh yeah.
Be a pain in, well, oh right. No, I was going to say for defense because I mean that is going to be an absolute pain in the ass to face to take out.
Well, I say if we look at we have one team left to put down and we've already put Thrawn down. We've put some pretty good defensive team down. Like we need to make 11 teams at minimum for offense. So what do we have for offense? Right?
Put your chirper lead in.
So by the looks of everything, we still have a good solid like 10, 15 teams, right?
I mean, we've got Rex. You know, that's where my clones are at.
Did you see to Cody's lead?
No.
Why are we? What about Jin? Could we do Jin, Cassie, and K2SO?
That's just begging for a womp to go in there and go nom 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 nom.
Yeah, well, it uses
or Vader,
doesn't it?
It's better on
GK,
offense.
Barris, Rex. I mean,
Rex on
we want Rex for on offense, yeah.
I mean, I could go GK Barris 5s.
How about Jin, Pathfinder, and Old Ben?
Jin, Pathfinder, and Old Ben.
Holy crap! That's a
Yeah, that'd be an annoying one. Yeah.
So let's see. Jin. Oh my god. Jin, Old Ben, and what was the other one?
Pathfinder. Scarif Rebel Pathfinder.
Mine sucks. He's only gear 8.
Your Scarif Rebel Pathfinder's only gear 8?
Yeah, don't use him.
Dude, he's like one of the best tanks.
I know. That's what I'm saying.
Oh my god. Listen, guys, I know you guys have bought everything and have everything. Listen, us free to play have to be very strategic about what we get. I have a full damn team and I went with the stupid KTSO. And I don't want to spend all the goddamn Carbantes on Rebel Pathfinder.
I haven't made gear 11.
I'm sure you do, Grande.
Not gear 12. I mean, come on. I mean, only some people can go that cray.
Mm-hmm.
Well,
You use him. I use him in ships every day. Just so you know. All right, throw it down.
I went that cray.
Yeah, I went that cray.
All right.
Yeah.
We'll throw it down.
He's in my
He has a
favorites.
ship,
He's in my favorites to go to gear 12.
All right, we're good. Yes.
All right, do it. Set it and forget it till tomorrow.
All right, so we've got our teams. What will happen today? So let's go recap. We've got in the front line we got Django, Bubba, L3, Karth.
Finity's in the thing saying no, but he's not commenting on the stream.
Right, because Finn's. Let's not talk about it. He hasn't- when it comes to GA, Finn can.
Yeah, Finn was like, oh well.
Well, we're running different teams.
It is what it is, man. We're trying here. We're trying.
Putting some different stuff down.
No one can say we didn't put good stuff down, and no one can say we didn't save a lot for offense, right?
And we wanted.
So it seems like it seems like we have balance in the force. Yes, Daniel-san.
So recap: Django lead with Bubba and L3.
That's right.
Karth, Canderous, Johanny.
We can.
Crew.
It looks perfect. We can definitely say that Ranger has not gone total Nostradamus this time. So
No,
yeah,
I never have done that. Thank you. Boba Fett, Dengar, Embo. We've got Kira, Vandor, Zalbar, and Mission. I'm sorry. We've got Captain Phasma with First Order Executioner and Officer. In the other back wall, we've got my favorite team: Asajj, Night Sister, and Acolyte. And then we've got the Akbar team with Chopper and Leia. And in the front, we're running a different team. We're running Thrawn, Shore Trooper, and Death Trooper from our good friend Shadowvel. We've got the Sith team of Maul, Dooku, and Assassin. And then we've got this combination of Jin, Old Ben, and Scarab Pathfinder. I like it. I think it's really good. It's a good set of defense. We're going to keep it on here. Once we set our defense, guys, we always... I will leave it in. I will not change anything. So you guys can see how well it holds overall against all these players. And then we still got a ton for offense. We've got Treya, we got CLS, we've got JTR, we've got Emphis and Wampa, we've got Palpatine, we've got Darth Revan, we've got a ton of offensive teams. Biggs, Wedge. You've got the trooper lineup with Stark, Veers, and Snow. So we've got a lot of firepower at disposal for whatever they place on defense. And they place their Darth Revan on defense. We'll see how it goes. But I like it. I think it looks good. So, but we do these teams for you guys to see what works, what doesn't work. And what doesn't work, then we'll scrap and say that really sucked last time, and then we'll try to think of another team. And if it does, we'll show it to you. So we're very transparent here at RSG, and by RSG I mean me and my GA. All right, now let's do some questions. I think it's time for some questions, guys and gals, people out there in TV land. Let me just pull it up since I'm doing triple duty.
I thought Finn was here.
Finn, are you here? I swear.
He said he was.
Well, Finn lies a lot. Well, he said he had a meeting at a certain time.
You made me cry.
Oh, shut up, Finn.
No.
About what? I didn't
You're
use
very
your...
mean to me.
Oh, Christ. Can you handle the questions, Finn, or is that too much to ask? Are you too
There's too much to ask right now.
Well, then I'm not doing them either. Both of us can be sad. I'm sad that you're ridiculously sad.
It's awful.
Mm.
You cry.
Hey, I got a question real quick.
Yeah,
Did you guys see that the B2 battle droid is the April login character?
We did. It completely throws us off.
It means the Hellfire tank is coming. Prepared.
I don't know what that means. Do you have any thoughts on this, Shadowville, on this? I have no idea.
No. I guess they're just trying to I guess now that the other droids are released into you can buy them. I wonder if they're going to do something else with the Grievous rework or
I don't know.
Tweak it somehow. Or
have you seen pictures of General Grievous versus Darth Revan, dude? Grievous one-shots the whole team.
Yeah,
Well,
I've seen a couple videos to where like Grievous will be like
100K.
the last piece left, and then he'll AOE everybody and just smack everybody down. Yeah, crazy.
But no, isn't next month the start of the new Clone Wars?
I think so, but I don't know what
I
that's
think it's
going
in the fall.
I think it's in the fall because I don't think that Fate Service is out yet.
No, it's not. I don't. I have no idea what the hell that means. I really don't. Completely bit. I'm at a loss of what they're trying to do.
I do think it's leaning towards clone content in the future.
Geonosis map.
You think so?
Yeah, probably.
Geonosis.
Territory war, territory battle, Geonosis map, midriff Padme in the Guild event store. We'll get some new character or something.
Maybe we're gonna see a Geo rework.
Yeah. Although Geos are not terrible, but yeah. They already gave him
Finn,
the buff.
you're not going to
territory
believe
war.
this. Nightbot is not working for me again.
Nightbot's working for me.
What in the hell is...
All right.
I hate Nightbot. I really hate...
It's actually working for me. I don't want to change anything now, but it's working.
I'm not touching anything, because that's...
All right. First question,
my
What else
God.
73. Which do you prefer more in Grand Arena, 5v5 or 3v3? Fives.
Yes.
Threes is an abomination.
That's how you really feel, Finn.
Threes is an abomination and should be thrown out and just get us fives. And it's fine if you do ships, but don't do that open territory thing again. Just give us like territories and stuff. Like I don't know why they have to play so many games with this kind of stuff. But then again, I'm not a big fan of Gran Arena anyways. But at least I prefer fives so I can test out in territory wars.
Well,
There's no 3v3 territory wars, and please don't consider that a suggestion because that would be the stupidest thing you could do. Because you would have like 80 teams per territory in order for everyone to fill. Yeah, no, thank you. Please don't do that. 3v3 sucks.
Keep it going. It makes Finn cry.
Yes. Anybody else have a differing opinion on this matter?
Urza, no, 3 is not the magic number. In fact, 3 is the loneliest number that you'll ever do.
Well,
listen here, Urztron.
Three
Listen
can
here.
be
Hold on,
fine.
Finn. I got you on this, Finn. You're not going to come into our hall, Urztron, and start talking trash. Mister, I deleted all my mods. Who do you think you is coming in here telling us what to do? Actually, he is Urztron. Never mind. I take that back. I don't know. Does anybody like the threes? Why don't you just jump in the damn voice and hang out with us? I don't. Why are you being like Finn and being all antisocial?
I don't know if he has the lunch hour info.
I know he.
I'll send it to him.
Threes actually isn't that bad because you you don't have to use a lead all the time to make a team.
Let's see here.
Okay, next question is from
Hold on, real quick, Finn. One more thing too. I think what 3v3 really is like it shows what factions you've stretched and put more depth into, right? Like if you can make 2 Night Sister teams, 3 Bounty Hunter teams, 2 First Order teams, you know what I mean? Like stretching the whole faction and getting the most out of your roster, and then like Shadowville just said too, you don't have to always hyper focus. No leadership abilities or mixing synergies with like First Order officer, First Order stormtrooper. Like they have very unique abilities that affect all characters, or it's just stretching the Sith and Empire factions. You know, it's a lot of like balance. You know, what extra characters do you have? What extra pieces do you have?
Yeah, I mean, I can see that. 3s can bring balance to something that was initially 5s. I mean, they tried that with Fleet, right? And Fleet, they originally moved from 5 to 3s because Chimera, Biggs, with TIE Advanced, and then like Imperial TIE in the starting lineup was just what everything was happening. And so they switched to 3 in order to break up the meta. Oh, wait! Home 1 is freaking 90% of the Fleet meta!
Well, that's the Falcon. That's the Falcon.
Wonderful with 3s instead of 5s.
Where?
Listen here, Graham. I'm getting tired of you doing that crap.
Yeah.
Tell me I'm not wrong, though.
You're wrong. Because Finn's, I hate to say
So
this, Finn's right on that.
why is Fleet in the 5s instead of the 3s?
Oh, I don't even want to think about that, Finn. That makes my head hurt. Let's
I'm
move on.
telling you.
All right, let's move on to the.
There are.
Next question, please.
What? Okay. Next question is from M Paisley 88. What are your thoughts on Darth Revan Talzin team?
It's awesome.
Yeah.
Yeah. It's right now one of the best teams.
It's
either
looking
like the
solid,
League
yeah.
or that team.
Yeah, it's looking
Right now.
solid. There's still some more testing that needs to be that people are looking to do with it and stuff. So we'll see. It's looking promising, but we'll see. Everyone's saying send the skiff, send them to the pit, man. The hall is representing in the chat at the moment.
Yeah, they
Urza is wherever Urza goes, he brings the hall with him, and all his,
I ain't hating against Urz. I'm hating against 3s. But then if Urz likes 3s, then I'm kind of
technically you are hating against Urzatron, and he's gonna have to lay.
I'm hating against Urz.
He's gonna have to lay at the smack down on your candy ass, Finn.
God, I miss The Rock.
I know.
All right.
The views of Finn against Urs do not reflect the rest of the views of the RSG crew.
Yeah, feel free to beat the crap out of Finn. I'm fine with that. Get him, Hall. Get him, Hall. Teach Finn a lesson. Urs, lead the hanging. Grab your pitchforks and knives and grab Finn. Do with him whatever you like.
Okay, so I think this is a question for Grande, and it's from Skywalker Vader, and he's saying, I can't beat Darth Revan, HK, BB-8, R2, and Fallen Basilisk, driving me insane. So what can he do, Grande? Who muted himself instead of unmuting, which was interesting.
Well, maybe he's washing dishes again. I don't know.
Well, he can talk and do it at the same time.
Can go triumvirate with Fallen Basilisk and Revan.
Well, he's asking about that team, how to beat it. You're saying the triumvirate with
Well,
Fallen Basilisk and Revan to beat it?
Yeah, like mirror match or even Jedi Knight Revan. Just take out Fallen Basilisk first.
That's right, my apprentice. Your father's wrong again.
Yeah. The problem I've been seeing with some of the videos I've been watching of people facing that type of team is the AI really likes stealthing everybody but Revan. And that's what makes that team so difficult to beat.
501st, the rest of RSG can join us on the skiff and enjoy some nice Carillions. See, I don't drink Carillions. Beer does nothing for me. It's either hard liquor or get out of my zone. You know, either come hard or don't come at all. So, Scotch, bourbon, you know.
Beer is cool, but Scotch is my thing, baby. Single malt.
Single malt.
Glenlivet.
Mm-hmm.
Tequila for me. All right, Leonardo de Maculangan. What phase in the heroic Sith can a Darth Revan team be effective?
Definitely 2, like any. Someone was mentioning 3 the other day, and it's got me thinking that's a possibility because HK hits like a freaking truck. Isolate him. He could do some damage. I'm thinking about that. What do you guys think besides phase 2? I mean, that's obviously the answer, but maybe what about phase 1, phase 3?
I think phase 3 or phase 1 make the most sense. Like phase 1 with the death mark and like all the extra bonus damage.
Sure.
And, like, I think the debuffs will actually like check right away, so they'll consistently keep sticking through phase 1. And then if they don't, I think phase 3, like you were just saying, sounds like the best bet. You could like stand alone with HK right away, and load like 2 filler characters on offense, like Assassin and Marauder, and then just stand alone with HK right away, let him take off, and then there's also the ability that they can't gain foresight, so the lightsabers won't be able to gain foresight. So if they do that, they just gain no debuff or no positive status effect, and they'll just be standing there.
You know, I just realized I've never been in the hall, and I know why. Because of you, Finn. Urza's never invited me to the hall because of your stupid ass.
Well, good. You don't deserve to be there. The hall is for special people.
No. You're special ed. I am special, so there's a big difference.
Nope.
Well, Grande special ed. We're special. The rest are okay.
I ain't special. That's why I ain't been in the hall either.
No, that's because you're stupid antics. You keep trying to. Yeah, well, I mean, you keep poking the bear. You're gonna get the claws, Finn.
Well, 3v3 sucks. Okay. Next question.
We just got $2 from Vigilant Sentinel saying Jameson and a PBR.
Well, the Jameson works. That's all right. Listen, it's
tasty.
Yeah, everybody has their poison of choice, right? So, yes.
Nectar of the gods.
Urza says no, the hall is for all. Well, we're still waiting for that invite there, Urza. But I understand. Finn does a lot of.
Well, I would cause problems. I mean, it would become.
But you got to drink in the hall, Finn, and you don't drink.
With the Twi'leks, and then the porgs would come and they would surround me.
No, we're not bringing in that porg crap.
Run away from
no,
problematic in the hall.
Finn, we're not bringing the stupid ass. We're not bringing that crap to the damn hall. You leave the porgs and the Ewoks.
Go with me.
Well, then that's why you're not going to the damn hall.
Well, that's what I said.
The hall is for all except Finn.
Yeah, and the stupid ass porgs and Ewoks and Jesus.
I
would not subject the hall to that nonsense ever.
Well, that's what happens. Wherever I go, the porgs follow.
Yeah, see,
Kilo Mad 92. If Darth Revan becomes more prevalent in Arena, would it be a good idea to change Yoda's triangle to a crit damage primary instead of an offense?
I've always done crit damage. I just like that one better. I mean,
I can
that's
see
just
that.
my
yeah.
personal opinion. And then when I put that on HK, he did a lot of damage for me when I gave him my Grandmaster Yoda mods. HK just takes off, man. Oh my god.
Yeah, I mean, I use offense because I know I'm facing a lot of Revan teams, and you get the crit immunity from GK. So I'm super focused on offense. But if you're looking for your most damage, potentially, so definitely crit damage triangle. And then potentially what's on the rest of your team, if you can keep crit chance up on Yoda, crit damage set is better. But otherwise, crit damage triangle, crit damage set. But otherwise, offense set and crit damage triangle.
Vigilant Sentinel donated $2. He said Finn would drink gin and juice.
Yep, and then I would lay
back
with my mind on my porg and my porg on my
No,
mind.
see, why you got to ruin a good song like that, Finn? That's why nobody. No. You don't do that.
But it's true.
You don't take a Snoop Dogg song and terrorize it.
I'd porg it up.
Finn's would be more like a don't be a menace to South Central while drinking his gin and juice.
Hugging a porg. He would always throw some stupid crap in there like that.
All right, next question from Zem420. In GA 3v3, if your opponent has Revan but you don't, what are some good counters?
Your best bets, Traya, CLS.
I mean, Thrawn works too, so don't forget, Revan's speed from his leader is based on how many Jedi and Old Republic are on his team.
Right.
And so a 3v3 team inherently makes Revan slower, which gives your Thrawn potentially a chance to be faster.
Yeah, you're going to have to check the mods on that.
Yeah, but here's another thing you can do, is depending on what team composition you have, you can do a Tarkin Thrawn. It actually, I've seen it work in 3v3. I forget which one is the third spot. I think they do Nihilus in that team. And basically, you just fracture Revan, and that team just does not generate the same amount of offense as it does in 5s. Because you don't get as many assists when he does the direct focus. Revan is not as fast. I mean, there's a lot of different ways you can control that team. And I'm trying to remember it. I have to go back and look, because I remember there's a video somewhere. But I think it was Tarkin, Thrawn, and Nihilus was the team, because they split Traya and Sion onto a different team. So,
all right. Next question.
But you can take advantage of a slower Revan with that team. So potentially JTR can work as well.
Sure.
Revenator, how will you take out a max Darth Revan, Fallen Bastille, and HK in 3v3?
What was the team? Darth Revan team?
Darth Revan, Fallen Basila, and who else? Thrawn?
HK?
HK.
Or HK?
Yeah, that team, it's going to be one of your top teams to take it out. Thrawn works really well against it because you could fracture one of the guys if he's faster, which could be a very distinct possibility because...
just fracture Fallen Basila, and there you go.
And wail out on HK-47, kill Bassi, and then Revan will be going down. It's going to be one of your upper echelon teams. You're going to have to check the mods and speed, but unless you're doing a mirror match, then your Jedi Knight Revan team or your CLS team is going to be one of those teams that you can go in there and outspeed them or outgun them to take them out of the fight. That's your only chance. Traya is a possibility with the isolate is really nice. So there's some combinations you can use. See, the thing is, on 3v3, it's still beatable. It's better on 3v3 defensively because of the synergies and what you're facing, but it's still very much, you can take them out with the top teams.
I bet you Kylo Ren unmasked with regular Kylo could do some pretty decent stuff to that because they're immune to a lot of they take less damage from expose and less damage from that death mark.
Sure. Could be a possibility. We'll have to play around with it. It's a new character, a new team. We're still kind of feeling our way through it, so we'll have to wait and see. All right, next question, Finn.
Okay. Next question is from Lang. Would you sub in a Zeta Juhani for a GK in a Jedi Knight Revan team?
No.
I think I would keep it with the Scoundrels, like you did. I think that's the same team I put on defense too. Karth, Canderous, and Juhani. I think that makes the most sense. Now, if you don't have the rest of the team, you potentially can, because that'll speed up Revan, right? Because it's Old Republic and a Jedi with Juhani. So you can do a Revan and like a Grandmaster Yoda Juhani. That leaves you General Kenobi to do a GK Zaris and 5s on defense, which is another nuisance team on defense. And so if you can free up GK, I don't think it's potentially bad, but I like Juhani on the Scoundrel team better than I do on the Revan team.
All right.
RSG Vormax, can you guys invite more people who specialize in a specific faction in game like Van Seal last night? We can learn so much. He did a great job, as many past guests have done before him. Yeah, that's our plan, actually. We plan on doing more with YouTubers. We've done the video of the week for a while, but we want to try and have them on the show more often now. So that's our plan here. So keep watching the Wednesday night streams. We have, as again, I mentioned it on yesterday's stream, and Ranger can attest to it. I basically wrote like a whole freaking dissertation yesterday on everything we can do to improve the channel and different things we need to work on and everything. And so we have a lot of things that we're working on. It's just this Saturday we have the 12-hour stream. Next weekend we're running a half marathon. So these next couple weeks are pretty busy, but we have a lot of plans to work on the channel and the videos and improvements and everything as we move along. And a large part of it is because you guys have been supporting us through Super Chat, through Patreon, and I mean everything you guys have done and donations to the ACS. I mean, all of this stuff helps us and kind of fuels us to continue doing what we're doing. So yes, we do plan on doing more stuff like that, Vormax. What else? 73 question. Doesn't Grim know that it's in the terms of service you have to have a Revan before you can have a Gear 12 range trooper? Stay on target. Come on, man.
I don't have a Gear 12 range trooper.
Then that's good.
Yeah, science.
I'd like to have one, but I got other stuff I need to finish first.
All right. Sith Lord 72 question. Did 16 million in damage with Finn in Heroic Sith? Thanks, Skeltrix. And yeah, he made a really good video on that. I soloed Heroic AAT with Jedi Training Ray, BB-8, C-3PO, Zeta Finn, and CLS. Based upon the rework, he hits hard, doing over 200k damage on special.
Over 9,000?
I don't think you need a Zeta on that Finn, though. At least for the second one, right? Because he put Finn after Ray, and Finn Zeta is on his leader. Right? They didn't give him a new Zeta. He still has the same Zeta. It's on his leader, but... Yeah, so, I mean, you didn't really need a Zeta Finn. people are going to be finding ways to use Finn outside of lead now, which is kind of the sad part. And that's the same way Phase 1 is, right? So, do you need the Zeta on Finn again? Right now, the answer is looking like no, because people are finding other ways to utilize him. But we'll see. I have my... I think I made sure. Yeah, I still saved my Grand Arena. Not my Grand Arena, my Galactic War. So I'm going to be testing out the Zeta Finn as I go through Galactic War to see if he's still generating as much turn meter and stuff as he used to, and so I can kind of plan accordingly. So, all right. Next question: Ski Trooper Ranger. How are you using C-3PO
On offense, what do you mean?
What team?
Depends. Typically, I'll use them with the JTR combination or Finn combination. But yeah, that's kind of where I've been using them and stuff. I got to look at see what they're doing right on offense, or on defense, and then kind of play it by ear. But I like to have them as that piece where I can just be like, aha, science.
And I'll avail you guys of my Litterbox account on Saturday for the next Grand Arena defense. We'll find some time in there to do it, or in the chat or something, because we're in the 12-hour stream and whatnot. But I wasn't able to save it today because I have a ton of meetings and stuff today, so it's kind of crazy. So we'll use my Litterbox for at least one round in this Grand Arena, and I'll create the video and all of that.
Yeah, people like seeing the ridiculous that you put on defense, Finn. People really like your videos on that.
I know. I'll do some. I did some test teams this time with some of my new characters. Everybody was modded this time, so we'll see some of how my teams that I put on defense held next time, and then we can kind of go from there.
There you go.
Mike is gone, so we'll have to get back to Grande Verga's question, which is, does York Hunt need a yodeling pickle? Maybe Mike Hunt and York Hunt can share a pickle, and we'll just leave it at that.
Okay.
What else? 70.
Yes.
Question: at what GP do you have to put 11 teams on defense? I am at almost 3.9, and I only put in 10. Is it 4 million and up?
I think it's 4 million and up, right?
Yeah, I believe 4 million is the cutoff. What else? 73. Question: doesn't Ranger make Finn cry every day? What's the big deal? Today he was more hurtful than normal.
No.
Revenator question: can we get an around the corn, excluding Finn, on bringing 3v3 territory wars? I'm not answering because he said excluding me. I believe I've made my thoughts on this very clear.
Oh my god. Yes.
I think it'll be awesome.
Yes, I do. I think so too. I'm sorry. That just made me laugh.
All right, next
Then
question.
I'd actually be able to use
I would like to hear everybody's thoughts to Finn. Shut up, Finn.
All right, next question from Kipper Snacks. Question: did Urzatron get his mods back? I think he said in the chat that he got everything besides his 6Es back.
He didn't get his 6Es back? Oh no.
Not yet. I don't know if it's in the process or what, but yeah, he said he got everything but his 6Es back.
Oh no.
Hellenix question: Urzatron.
Whoa. Hellenix just donated.
Were awesome. Why does Ranger not place that squad on GA defense more often?
Well, I don't care about that crap. Hellenix just donated $25 to the Tiltify. Thank you, Hellenix.
Nice.
Thank you
Very much appreciated.
Oh, he donated to me having a drink and said, have an old fashioned. Well, thank you. The old fashioned is like one of my favorite drinks.
There you go. So it's a
Old
win-win.
fashioned or a tequila sunrise are my two favorite drinks.
There you go.
So thank you.
Very nice. Likey. What was the question? Sorry, I saw that and I had to say that before.
So his question was, Urzatron told me 3 Tuskens were awesome. Why does Ranger not place that squad on GA defense more often?
Because they're garbage. Urza's wrong.
Oh, and Urza just commented. He said he hopes they're still working, but he's missing 6E.
Oh, God, I hope you get them, man. Jesus. Oh, that would be rough. No 6E. Oh, my God.
It wasn't everything, though. I think, if I remember correctly when I was
that
watching,
still makes me want to cry.
3 of them. I think there were 3
God.
6Es. I can't remember for sure. I know it was right at the top. It wasn't everything on your first page. I think there was like 3 60s or something like that. But Urza can say it. Nathaniel Morgan, question: can we bash Finn over the head with a gaffy stick?
Sure. Get
well,
him.
if you throw me in the Sarlacc pit, I'm going to be too far down for you to hit with a gaffy stick. So
well,
oh no, they're going to hit me with a gaffy stick into the Sarlacc.
Right. Then you'll be slowly digested. Right. Then you'll be slowly digested over 1,000 years.
I put it in chat. I'm just going to be like Boba Fett. I'm just going to come back in 200 years and become stronger than you can possibly imagine.
Hey, thank Kyrell donated.
Well, and the gaffy stick's got poison on it too, so you're going to be poisoned and then drowning in the Sarlacc.
Yeah, it's a horrible sensation.
But yeah, that's why it'd take me 200 years in order to get out of the Sarlacc pit. I told you, wherever I go, the Porgs are going to go, and the Porg will create a nice ladder for me.
Well, then it's like a buffet for the Sarlacc.
That's what they think. But then the Porg will create a ladder, and then I'll slowly pull them all out. So all me and the Porg will escape. It'll all work out.
You heard it first here. Finn likes to pull out. All right, next question.
Wow.
Nathaniel Morgan question: when, not if, will Darth Revan pass Jedi Knight Revan on the meta report? Day 4, already at 22%.
We're gonna have to see. I don't think it's gonna pass because I don't think everybody got Darth Revan. I think it's going to go up another maybe 10% at most for the people that have them, geared them, and start using them. Maybe a little bit higher, but I don't think that many people got him. A little bit more than Jedi Knight Revan, but I don't think it's going to be enough that it's going to overtake Jedi Knight Revan. But I don't have the information in front of me. I could be wrong on that. That's just a guess based off just, previous things that have happened and stuff. I'm just going on what I know from previous expeditions, and then adding the fact that more people were able to get them. But I don't think it's going to be that high of a number because there's a lot of people that do not have them. So we'll have to see what happens. So yeah, but yeah, thank Hyrule donated $2. Thank you for the $2 thing. I'm not reading that stupid ass question.
I'm reading it. Are the last?
What did I just say, Finn? What did I just say? Nah, blah blah blah. Do not read that.
I read it.
Stupid ass Finn. And you wonder why people
that would be pretty cool if the Eternal Twins were the last 2 on the Devon team.
Are you done?
I'm done. And actually the questions are done too.
Yay! We did it, guys. We did it. We did a good job. We did a roster review. We did a GA and got through all the questions. Yay! All right, Finn, close us out. Tell us about this ACS stuff coming up, man.
Sure. So on Saturday, starting at 10 a.m. Eastern Time, we are going to have a 12-hour stream where we are raising money for the American Cancer Society. We are pushing towards our 15,000 goal. So anything you guys are able to donate, please help us out. We have rewards available. We have polls. We have challenges. If you go back, and I've been talking to some people, so I've waited to put it up until later today. But if you will go to the challenges later today, we will have one up where you can potentially win one of 3 different Funkos, which will have as 3 different challenges. So you guys donate to those challenges, you are eligible to win the Funko. We have one of Enfys, we have a Range Trooper, and we have a Kira. And then also the big prize, it's a life-size BB-8.
That's incredible.
And Loki showed it yesterday. I mean, it's as big as he was. It was kind of funny.
He was holding Black it up. Series, if I remember correctly, right?
Yeah.
What was that?
It's the Black Series.
Yes,
BB-8.
It's the Black Series FX BB-8 or something like that.
It's the really cool one.
Oh yeah, it's really cool and huge. And so we are going to have that up as a challenge as well. So if you guys donate to that, you will be eligible to win that, the giant BB-8. So we're adding that. Plus, we still have a bunch of rewards. Hellenix just donated. I have one left where you guys can buy me a drink when we go to Orlando. I will buy the drinks that you guys suggest in the when you purchase the reward. I will drink those. I'll record it, and we'll send you guys that, and we'll have some fun with that. There's a bunch of other rewards and challenges, including Good Old Marie's dancing. We still have my challenge available where I will have a Porg with me when we go to the ACS dinner. Ranger and I, just before the lunch stream, had a nice discussion with somebody from the ACS, and I'm telling you, this is going to be awful. For the first time they're really seeing me in person, that I'm already wearing a wig with glitter and rhinestones. But then just to have a Porg with me, it's just going to be all kinds of
winning.
All kinds of awesomeness.
Sure. Yeah, we'll go with that. So if you guys want to see that, that challenge is still available. And again, we're pushing towards 15,000. You can either donate to the Tiltify and have some fun with us, or if you so choose, and you just want to donate to the American Cancer Society straight up, we have the link to our ACS team page as well for Reality Skewed Gamers. Takes you directly to our ACS page. Donate to the team and just help us out. Again, all the money, we were counting the 15,000 goal as the combined between Tiltify and the ACS page. When we get 15,000 combined, we're going to roll the lightsaber. And currently, if we donate just straight on Tiltify, when we hit 13,680 on Tiltify, we will roll the lightsaber to everyone that has donated to the Tiltify or the ACS page. So please check that out. Again, all the money goes to a good cause. We are running a half marathon next weekend.
We're really walking.
So be on the lookout for a lot of fun stuff going on the RSG. We're going to try and put up some videos when we're there and record some random nonsense, and should be a lot of fun.
Yeah, by running he means walking and really fast.
I did I did just under 9 miles today in 2 hours. So I feel good about next week.
Walking, jogging.
I'm gonna take it easy for the rest of the time now.
Did you jog that, or did you walk and jog?
I alternate every 3 minutes. I did 3 minutes at 5.3 on the treadmill, and then 3 minutes at 3.5, and just alternated back and forth all the way through. And I actually felt pretty good at the end of it.
Okay.
But as soon as I came to a stop, oh man, did it hit me. Like, I couldn't move. I was just stuck there for like 10 minutes on the treadmill. I was like, okay, I'm just going to wait here and wait for me to get my feeling in my legs back.
All right. But yeah, make sure you guys hit the thumbs up, subscribe. We're over 4,000 subscribers. Woo woo! Let's see if we can get to 5,000.
Yeah.
Let's keep this train going. Check out our Patreon, all that good stuff. And then tonight we've got Tactical Monsters tonight. Finn, at what time?
9:30 Eastern.
All right. The same time that Urge is doing his stream and Miss is doing his stream. There's a lot of streaming going on at that time. Goodness.
Yeah, but
gracious.
ours is a different game. So if you guys are interested in Tactical Monsters, then definitely check us out. It's the new mobile game that we're doing. And we're also looking into changing that time as well. We're just waiting until after the run and everything, because it's really hard to coordinate any changes right now with everything going on. So we will be moving that to a different time. So be on the lookout for that. But for right now, it's at 9:30. It lasts just about an hour, usually a little bit under. We play the game. We have some fun. So.
All right. So on behalf of myself and the crew, thank you guys for stopping in. Very much appreciated. Have a great rest of your day, and we will holler at you later. Peace.